2020-21 NBA season is officially over. And yeah, Giannis won the ring. He crowned the champion. I was originally gonna put Lakers versus Nets here as the background gameplay, but then, cause like it was kind of sort of gonna be poetic, as like this is what we thought it was gonna be, but it was really something completely different. Yeah, I didn't do that, so yeah, that's just too bad. Anyways, the Bucks are NBA champions. I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention much to this finals. Not because I wasn't interested, I was just doing other things. If I got time to watch the game, or games, I probably would have watched them and paid attention. But either way, my Raptors aren't there, so I don't really care. Anyways, the Bucks are NBA champions. Giannis wins a ring. Chris Paul fails once again. The clock is ticking for Chris Paul, man. He's, what, 36, 35 years old? No, he's probably like 34, actually. I think he's like 35 years old. I don't even know how old he is. And he is running out of time to win a ring. So, I think Chris Paul, if he stays with the Suns, he still does have a decent chance of winning a ring next year, because all the guys they have are coming back, as far as I know. And yeah, but I don't know if there's any other team that would. I mean, there's the Lakers with LeBron and AD, and if he joined them, that would be a great place to win a ring. In LA, just different team. And another team, well, actually mainly that's it. That's the only team that I see him fitting on that would, you know, help him win a ring. Anyways, yeah, so the Lakers could help him win a ring now. But honestly, I don't really want to talk much about Chris Paul in the finals, because I'll probably be inaccurate with a bunch of stuff, considering I didn't watch much of it. I will say Giannis did do it the right way, quote unquote do it the right way, because he stayed with his team, developed, got his teammates to develop, made one trade for a decent star. Well, I guess you could say Drew Holiday's a decent star, and won a ring. So, congrats, Giannis. Good job. Chris Paul, better luck next time. D-Book, you got a lot of years to come, so you'll have time. Anyways, there's a lot of other stuff I want to talk about, considering this video was supposed to come out way earlier, and I recorded a version of this video, but then it was really bad, and I just decided not to upload it, because, you know, but I will say that there have been a few things that have happened between the finals and when I'm recording this. I'm recording this on, well, technically early morning of July 26th. So that's the relevancy of how everything's going. The draft is in 3 days. Well, yeah, 3 days. And trade rumors are all over the place. Bradley Beal might get traded. The Wizards are shopping around Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is expected to request a trade in this coming days. Yeah. And so, let me just talk about Bradley Beal. Beal is definitely one of the better scorers in the league. Second in the league in scoring this year. And he could add a lot to a team. I've heard teams like the Warriors, Heat, Knicks, mainly those three, even the Celtics in a Jaylen Brown deal, but I'm not even going to talk about that because that makes no sense at all. Losing defense and just getting more scoring when you already have Tatum to do that. Anyways, the other teams, I can kind of see it. Knicks could add a nice star to hopefully help them contend, considering Julius Randle is good, but honestly, I think Julius Randle will have that Pascal Siakam effect. Even though Siakam had a lot to do with COVID and injuries and stuff, I think that still Julius Randle will have a considerably worse season after his breakout year last year. But my point is, Bradley Beal could be another scoring option to help the Knicks. What would be the trade offer? They would definitely have to give up RJ. They would probably have to give up another young piece or another decent piece, like maybe a Nerlens Noel, maybe Emmanuel Quickly, but I don't think the Knicks would be willing to do that. And then probably 2 other first-round picks, and that, in my opinion, isn't even enough. So that's why I don't really see the Knicks deal happening, but people have been talking about all sorts of stars going to the Knicks, and everything happens with the Knicks. Next, the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors probably have the best package right now in the league to get a star player. They have Andrew Wiggins, a good scoring option and pretty good defender, as he showcased this year on the Warriors. And he's the guy who could help your team compete a bit. And although he's no Curry, he's not Dame, he's not a 100% certified bucket, he's still a good piece for your team. They got James Wiseman, who, although he had a pretty rocky rookie season, he still has some potential, and if he could just develop a bit more and get him the right training staff, he could end up being a good NBA player to be a decent role player on the team, or maybe even an all-star, who knows. And they also have the 7th and 14th picks in this year's draft, which any team could use to get nice prospects, young prospects, to start off their rebuilds or do whatever they want with. I don't know. Anyways, these Warriors could run a deadly lineup of Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and probably some center that they get from free agency. And that would be really nice. That's probably what the Warriors are wanting in this deal. I've also heard the Warriors in trade talks for Dame, but that's just stupid. I think Bradley Beal would make more sense. And a package like Wiggins, Wiseman, the 7th pick, and maybe even the 14th pick, and if the Wizards want it, that would be a great deal to get Beal. And I think this is, in my opinion, the most realistic one, or one of the most realistic ones, because I think Bradley Beal could be another scoring option to take off some of the load from Curry's back. That's the word. Anyways, that's why I see Bradley Beal also going to the Warriors. And the last team, the Heat. Bradley Beal to the Heat. That would be really, really interesting. Jimmy Butler, Beal, and Adebayo. They would definitely have to trade Tyler Hero, and maybe even a guy like Kendrick Nunn or Precious Achua. And Nunn, I am pretty sure that Nunn is in free agency, so it'd have to be a sign and trade if you're including Nunn. Or they could trade Dragic, a nice old point guard, well, not really old, but a qualified point guard who could add some mentorship and teaching to the young guys on that Wizards team, like Denny Abdia, Thomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, and all those guys. So, yeah, I think a package like Tyler Hero, Goran Dragic, Precious Chua, and a few first-round picks would be a pretty good deal for Bradley Beal. The Wizards get a nice qualified, experienced point guard to help the young players develop. A nice young shooter who could start off this rebuild, and another young piece in Precious Achua who could also help off the bench behind Thomas Bryant, and 2 first-round picks that they could use in the future. the Heat get another scoring option other than Butler. The only problem I see with the Heat is their point guard position, and this is where they would sign Kendrick Nunn so they could run a lineup of Nunn, Beal, Butler, some power forward, I don't know who their power forward is, and Bam Adebayo. That would be a nice lineup, in my opinion, for the Heat. I have considered Victor Oladipo, and I think that they should just let him go to another team where he fits better. He actually does, in my opinion, he actually probably does fit on the Heat. So maybe just a different team where he has more room, because there's already a lot on this team, and he was just an extra add-on scoring option. And although his injury stuff is a problem, hopefully, I wish him the best. Hopefully he gets better. And, you know, so yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the season. Well, you know what, I'll end this off by talking about all the injuries and stuff that happened throughout the season. If you asked me at the beginning of the season what this finals was going to be, I would probably say something like Lakers versus Nets or Clippers versus Bucks. Actually, probably not Clippers versus Bucks, because the Clippers blew a 3-0 lead and the Bucks got swept. But anyways, my point is, this was not expected at all. Nobody expected the Suns making the finals, and nobody expected the Hawks making the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody expected the Knicks being the 4 seed. Nobody expected the Sixers being the 1 seed. And nobody expected the Lakers, reigning champs with LeBron and AD, to be beaten in the first round by Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. Nobody expected what was all happening this season. But at the end of the day, you gotta take what you can get. We still got an amazing finals, an amazing playoff run from guys like Giannis, Trae Young, Chris Paul, all those guys, amazing playoff runs, amazing games like Game 6 of the finals, Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semis, Giannis versus KD. All those games, those were all amazing. So in my opinion, I love what happened this season. Didn't get any super teams in the finals, just 2 guys who wanted a ring. And that's where I'm going to end this. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below any tips, tricks, or topics that you want me to talk about on this channel. I have a few things upcoming for the rest of the summer, and it's definitely going to be great. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.